baby, cuz. Go. We going sideways, straight ways, long ways. We going sideways, straight ways, long ways. We going. If I walk the data, sideways, straight ways, long ways. We going sideways, straight ways, long ways. We going sideways.
Hey, it's Mamarazzi with Mamarazzi Entertainment Magazine, and I am here with the one and only XV. XV, what brings you to town?
Man, I am about to rock Island live. It's River Festival week. You know, we got a crazy show lined up here with Oklahoma, Nebraska, Missouri, Kansas, all in the building. So Rock Island Live is the event tonight. It's where it's going down.
Absolutely, absolutely. And a lot of people are pouring on into the building, and so they're definitely looking forward to the show that you're about to give to them. But I have to address this. You know, you don't come to the town and do a bunch of shows. You don't do a bunch of shows. So what made you decide to do this one?
It was a very last minute decision. We had a situation with my photographer. He brought me a slew of shows from Lawrence to Wichita, and the one I was like, no, not that one, not that one, not that one. The only one I kept was my hometown. I was like, I want to do that. And then Nana was a part of it, and I've always been wanting to do a show with him, and he reached out to me, was like, yo, if you're going to do a show, you let me know. Absolutely. And so we sat down at Barnes & Noble a couple days, and it was like, boom, June 4th, let's go.
Well, we're so glad to have you here, and so obviously you're going to be hitting the stage here in a little bit, and so what can we expect? And I know that you have some new music, so tell us about the new music. New music.
It's going to be my first new set. Like, I'm doing a lot of my new March Madness series. I dropped a new project in March and April called March Madness Volume 1 through 4, and I'm going to be doing a lot of that, and then I'm going to be doing, you know, the mixtapes that, you know, got me up on this fucking stage right here.
Absolutely. Now, you know, obviously I've been following your career for a very long time, you know, and so, you know,
I don't even know.
Yes, you know, I did his first interview, and he was my first interview, and so that was, you know, quite some time ago, back at age 15 when it was all just beginning, and so, you know, what has changed here, and, you know, it's been a significant time.
Everything. You've helped create a foundation for our artists to develop from. Nana has helped create a foundation in the show, a presence in Wichita to build from. Bub Love has created a foundation. Absolutely. All the people that I grew up with have created foundations, including me. And that's what's changed. So, like, we were just talking in the car on the way up here that, you know, 10 years ago when we were doing, you know, videos and websites and all that, it really wasn't looked at as like a movement. And now, because everybody's building their own foundations, they understand everybody else's. I feel like everybody's just coming together, and it's time, you know. It's I started my music at a young age, which is why my rap name is XV, and I feel like I was started at a young age for a reason, and now I've got this knowledge that now everybody, we all grown up, including you, including K1, including K-Will, including Nana. We've all grown up in this city, and now we want to help build it up.
Absolutely.
And I feel like this is just the beginning. Tornado Alley is.
Okay. Now, you know, XV, you've definitely grown in the last few years, and obviously, you know, with being able to do new music, you know, what are you most influenced by?
Right now, my city. I've been really influenced by my city. When you hear the music I do tonight, you'll hear it in it. You know, I only put out March Madness because we were in the tournament the way we were. I would have still been on the sidelines just writing out my plays right now. But my city's not only the people backing it, but the people who were playing for my city, not even from here, the people that would represent my city. I'm like, it's our time. You know, it's great.
Absolutely. So what do you think has changed about the climate of Wichita hip-hop in Wichita? You know, obviously we have the purge battles going on, we have the cypher. Can we look for you to participate in any of that?
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna I'm trying to create a tunnel and a foundation to kind of basically bring all of this stuff that we got going on, whether it be an album or an event like this, or a cypher or a battle, or you know, a music festival, something where we can go to a site and figure out everything that's going on, and you know, get the new Mamarazzi magazine, get the new Mamarazzi interview, get the new XV mixtape, all at one spot. And I feel like now we're creating a foundation for that. We didn't used to have that. Let's be clear, when I was doing it, I was the only one doing it.
He was the only one doing it. Definitely pushing, pushing the mixtapes and stuff, Now, I was paying attention to your Facebook, and on your Facebook, you just mentioned that you were looking to be able to bring ICT artists all together in a collaborative effort. And so, what can we expect? What made you decide to do that?
I've been working on a few projects, including a book that I'm writing, and I wanted to start in my hometown. That and it has a lot of philosophy with it, and so I just wanted to see who was out there that I didn't know. So I put out a calling card for the people who, like, I know I know the people in the cypher, and I know the people doing shows. I know the Big Sams, I know the YBM Stills, but at the same time, I want to know who's in their studio cooking up something right now that's trying to get a record deal. Who's in their studio making beats for the next artist, because those people need to be, seen too. And our city's small, that not only are we not seeing the big artists, but we're not even seeing the smaller artists, because everybody's hot around here, I think.
Absolutely.
I feel like we have a lot of talent.
Now, I do hate to put you on the spot, because I know a lot of artists get in their feelings when you don't mention their name. But who is hot right now and buzzing from Wichita that you have your eye on?
Of course, I started messing with Bruce Means a long time ago, and he's one of the artists that inspired me to kind of look more into the deeper crevices of the ICT hip hop scene, because I've been fucking with him for a minute, and he's been kind of doing his stuff on the low. But other than him, I like what YBM and Big Sam are doing. I've always liked what YBM is doing. They've always been like a constant factor in the ICT hip hop music scene. I love what Rolls Royce is doing for the ICT hip hop scene.
I love it.
And and when it comes to artists, I'm actually a fan of Coke. I'm actually a fan of Kilo. Like Coke and Kilo, I fuck with them. Of course, Bruce Means. Of course, my team, Freddie High, Sets Batters. Big Sam got some shit. Like, man, I love what Big Sam's doing. And Rookie's nuts.
Okay.
Rookie's nuts.
Now, that was the name, Rookie is obviously a controversial figure here. Yeah. Obviously he faked his death, and it's something that continues to be talked about.
Right.
What are your feelings? Can we expect, XV to pull any stunts like that?
Definitely not. I might make a movie about a dude pulling a stunt like that, but I wouldn't ever do it. But
will it be based on a true story?
It might be based on a true story too.
Will Rookie be playing Rookie?
You might watch out, Rookie.
Okay.
I got plans.
Okay, but what when you see your city, taking initiative and doing just different things in order to, it's a different way of being able to push your music and your artistry. Back when you were doing it, you were one of the first, doing the mixtapes and whatnot. But what was your push back then? What were some of the things that you were doing in order to make a name for yourself?
Right, man. Other than that, just getting out of the city and trying to get people to kind of listen to not only my music, Lucid, what's good, and I'm trying to really get people to see what my movement was about. Okay. The biggest thing I could say I did was going to New York Puerto Rican Day Parade, New York Summer Jam, Las Vegas Magic, Las Vegas All-Star Weekend. I did all that and handed out my Royalty City mixtapes.
Absolutely.
I went all and I met Seven, who I worked with after that, through that same exact way. So I met somebody from my own hometown that same way. A lot of people I work with now, I met that same way. So it's like getting out there. Don't if you're gonna make the music, get the music out there, or else that's just your own personal hobby.
Okay. And I would agree with you. So, what is some of the best advice that you could give to artists who are trying to make a name for themselves in the city and out of the city?
The best advice is create something original. Create something that you can't do something that's never been done, but make something that's been done and make it better. You know what I mean? That's the best advice I can give, because I feel like nobody knows really what they're after when they create their sound, and that's kind of what I'm trying to create for ICT hip hop. I'm not trying to create their sound. I'm trying to find out what they're after.
Okay.
Yeah.
And and that is something that's been much debated about what Wichita, what the sound is. What the sound is. So obviously, with the record deal, with you obviously putting out music left and right, has it not been about trying to create that sound? What do you say when people people say that's not what Wichita sounds like, and I'm sure that you've heard that.
Yeah, it's not. It's not what Wichita sounds like. It's what Squarious sounds like, because I made my own brand. You know what I mean? I knew that I couldn't create Wichita sounds. I'm from here. I know niggas from here. I know the blocks. I know the hoods. I know all of that shit. I know that that's not what I represent. I represent Squaria, and I had to find that and create that and write that out and create a brand around that, which was Square in the Circle. I made that in 2008.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That was 8 years ago when I said
Quite
that.
some time ago.
You know what I mean? And from that point on, I'm still here making that brand. It hasn't changed because it worked. And I feel like other people need to just figure out what that brand is. I feel like those other artists from here do have the Wichita sound, and that's what I want to find.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have heard it here. It's been a pleasure catching up with you. You know, you'll obviously have to let us know what more is to come musically. And so, how can people keep in touch with what XV is doing and what is to come with XV?
Squarians.com, Squarians.net, the kid with the green backpack.com. That'll funnel you into any world that you need to be in the XV world. So just come to Squarians.net, Squarians.com.
So what are you gonna give the people inside?
Oh man, madness, fucking madness. Like, let me see this. Alright. Listen, I might actually, I was going to do this to a girl on stage. This exact thing. That's how crazy it was going to be. So just be clear. It's about to go down. Bruce Means in there performing right now, so I'm about to go in there and check this shit out. It's live.
All right, thanks so much, XV. We appreciate it.
Yes, Mamarazzi.
Thank you.
Yo, what's going on? It's XV, Squarian family, Wichita, Kansas in the building. You fucking with Lil'G Productions. Alright? We in here.
We got more money, more options, more money, more options. They trying to block, but how they trying to stop when they more money, more options, more money, more